Well, here's what's happening. Well, what's happening is I forgot to get this cord out of the way. Okay. I'm doing an 8K test. 8K at 30 frames a second. I cannot edit it. All I can do is push the record button, and then when I want to stop, I have to go around and push it again. And I can't put my fancy little theme song at the beginning. Yeah, I'm kind of limited as to what I can do. I can just take the file directly out of the camera and upload it the way it is to YouTube. At least I hope. And it's just to test and see if I can upload in 8K and what will it look like. How sharp will it be? Now it's kind of silly because I don't have an 8K monitor or TV to watch it on. So all I'm going to find out is if it'll upload or not. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe some of you viewers might have an 8K system and can put in the comments below, hey, it looked really good. Now the point of focus is right here on the funnels. That's where it should be the sharpest. The far background might be a little bit fuzzy. I'm shooting right now. I believe I stopped the lens down to f11. And being as that we are shooting at 30 frames a second, I've got the shutter speed at 1/30th of a second. Now, normally they say you double your shutter speed in video. In other words, if you're shooting at 30 frames a second, you set the shutter speed for a 60th. Well, the reason I don't do that is because when you double your shutter speed, then your ISO doubles as well, and it's a little bit more grainy. And anything that isn't moving isn't going to be quite as good as it could be. So that's why I generally, you may have noticed when you're watching my monitor in the past, that it often said 1/30th of a second. Yeah, so that was what that was all about. Now, right now, it is 3:35 in the afternoon. And YouTube is just processing episode 1058. In other words, today's. It did upload really well. It took a long time for the laptop to process it, although not as bad as I thought it could be. Not as bad as yesterday's was. PowerDirector has a thing what they call Smart Video something something. In other words, if you've edited out a section and processed it in the beginning, it won't redo it. It'll just take it the way it is and sort of put it in as a block, and then it will only process the last half. Well, I guess I should go this way, right? The last part of the whatever it is that you took, and that's what it did this afternoon. So I think the video is something like 17 minutes long or so, and it processed really fast. Anyway, enough. This is just all about a test. So if you don't mind, please, in the comments below, how did it look to you? Were you able to watch it in 8K? And I'm sure some of you can. Anyway, yeah, anybody who's big into gaming, they probably can, maybe. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow in episode 1059. Okay, now where's that stop button?